Good evening, Knicks Nation. Today is Tuesday. It is August 23rd, 2022. I hope that this Tuesday finds you healthy and safe. And the same, hopefully, can be said for your family, that you're healthy and safe. Also, welcome to the chat, Dwayne Dennis, Pudge Nice, my man, the new Thompson Myers Society. Anybody else? Cash Out James, Keith Turner, Dennis Anaya, all of y'all, superstar, my man, my brother, my aunt. Welcome to all of you. It's me. It's you. Torres, and all of you, welcome to all. Salute to you all in the chat. This is not going to be a long thing, but I had to bring out something. I want y'all to listen as I'm going to share with you recent headlines. Okay, I want you to listen for the contradictions. I want to make sure you can hear me. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Can you type a 1? Felicia Lee, how you doing, ma'am? My man Ruel, my Jeff Abramson, Alfredo G, Maverick 718, Woody Woodpecker. Is Donald Duck around the corner? All right, Jabroni. Now listen, I want y'all to listen. Now, first, let's start with Mark Berman. Now, again, I'm not saying Berman's lying, right? I'm not saying he's lying. I will not call Berman a liar. But I will say his sources are confused. James from West Hempstead, what's up, my man? His sources are confused, okay? So let's go through some of the headlines we have heard in the last 30 days about the Knicks from Mark Berman. And I want you to tell me if there's contradictions here. Are you ready? Here we go. And by the way, I put the articles in the description box so you can look them up yourself. Okay, you can look them up yourself. I put Sham's articles in there, Berman's articles in there. I got Stein stuff in there, and you can look them all up yourself. Okay, so let's put it all, and that's the title of today. Let's put it all together, and I want you to listen and tell me what you come up with. So here's Berman. Tibbs wants Grimes before RJ. Y'all remember that one, right? Tibbs wants Grimes before RJ. That's from Berman. Tibbs wants Obi for big minutes this year. That's from Berman. Utah doesn't care about the players, but wants the picks. That's Berman. Here's another one. Utah wants Grimes real bad. Are you guys seeing? Wait. Here's more. The Knicks say Obi Randall doesn't work, while Tom Thibodeau says he wants Obi for big minutes, and the Knicks offer Obi to Utah. Do you see the confusion here? Are you catching the confusion? Wait a minute. There's more. Here's another one. Wait. Okay, wait. I think I covered Berman. So Berman, Obi Randall doesn't work according to the Knicks. Tibbs wants Grimes before RJ. Tibbs wants Obi for big minutes. These are all different articles, okay? Utah really wants Grimes, but Utah doesn't care about the players they get, just the picks. Come on, y'all. I mean, am I the only one that sees the contradiction? Wait a minute, there's more. Mark Stein. LA looks at Randall if the Knicks get Donovan Mitchell. I got the article in there. And the LA looks at Randall. This is from July 30. LA wants Randall if the Knicks get Mitchell. Okay. Here's Shams. Obi offered to Utah. Here's another one. LA wants Bojan, Bogdanovic, and Pat Bev for Westbrook. Here's another one. Wait, I'm not done yet. Wait. Oh no, I got all. I think I got them all covered. There's more, but I just, if you look in my description box, you will see it's chock full because of all the contradictions that's out in the news. So what we want to do, brethren, is try to put it all together. Okay, let's try to put it all together, and let's base it on the logic that we talked about weeks ago when we talked about all of this. Okay, let's base it on the logic. Okay. Do y'all believe, like I believe, that Utah and Ainge is going into full rebuild? Would that be do y'all believe, like I believe, that Utah and Ainge is taking Utah into full rebuild? Okay. A lot of people believe that. Okay. Now, do y'all understand that if Utah is going into full rebuild, that Ainge would need to lose big contracts and replace those with smaller contracts and get draft picks? And that's Ainge's MO from Boston, right? So is that a truism? So if Utah is going into full rebuild, then Ainge would be looking to dump contracts. And if he's going to dump long term. He's trying to get expiring deals, young prospects, and draft picks, mostly draft picks. Okay. All right. So let's not go too far ahead of ourselves. So far, we understand that Utah is in full rebuild mode. Correct? We understand that, right? And in being in full rebuild mode, they're trying to dump long-term deals. They're trying to acquire expiring deals along with young talent if they could get it, and mostly draft picks. They want, before anything, they want draft picks. Okay. That's that one. The Lakers. Let's talk about the Lakers, because the Lakers are here too. We had Shams saying the Lakers want Bojan Bogdanovic and Pat Bev for Westbrook. I got that article in there too. That's in the description box. I'm not making that up. That was there. Shams supposedly said that. Okay. All right. If the Lakers, well, put it this way. I think we all agree. I think it's a fact. LeBron James is now 37 years old, and he will be 38 years old in December. I don't think that's a speculation. I think that's fact, right? I don't think he's lying about his age. I think LeBron James is 37 years old today, and in December, he will be 38 years old. Can we agree on that? LeBron is going to be 38 in December. This is factoid. We're not making stuff up. That is, okay? Okay. All right. Now, can we agree that since LeBron is going to be 38 in December, he wants to win championships like now? Like, he cannot wait for 2 years. He has to win championships now. Do we agree with that? I mean, is that true or not? LeBron can't be waiting to see if Kyrie might want to join him next year. He needs to try to win chips today. Okay. So let's put it all together. That's the name of the show today. Let's put it all together. Utah is in full rebuild mode. They need to get rid of big contracts. They want draft picks. LA is in full championship mode. They're trying to get as many pieces as possible around LeBron and AD to win chips this year. Okay, let's go with factoid 3. I think we can get a general agreement that the Lakers want Westbrook on another team, that the Lakers do not want to go into training camp with Russell Westbrook on their roster. Can we agree with that? The Lakers do not want to go into training camp with Russell Westbrook on their roster. Can we agree with that? That the Lakers are not interested in bringing Russell Westbrook on their team. They're trying to move him. Okay. So just on those two, we ain't even go to the Knicks yet. But we talking about LA and Utah right now because I'm dealing with this Shams thing. Now, when you look up the salaries, Bogdanovic is $19 million, and Westbrook, Pat Bev is 13. That's 32. If they send Westbrook out, y'all understand, according to league rules, they got to bring back $47 million. So now you got 32. You need another 15 to make this thing work. Utah don't have nothing else they want. Maybe they'll take what's the 6th man of the year there? Maybe they'll take the Filipino sixth man of the year. You know, they don't want Beasley. No, they don't want Beasley. They're looking for expiring deals. So Utah got 2 expiring deals. They got Pat Bev, and they got the guy that's the sixth man of the year that the Lakers, Jordan Clarkson. They got 2 $13 million expiring deals. But those Jordan Clarkson was not mentioned in this article. They were talking about Bogdanovic and Pat Bev. And, you know, that makes sense because why? Bogdanovic is a shooter. And Pat Bev can defend at the point of attack. Right? Does that make sense? And in the playoffs, you need both of those things. You need somebody that can defend at the point of attack, and you need a shooter. Now, why wasn't Jordan Clarkson mentioned by Shams? Well, let's enter the New York Knicks. If you're Danny Ainge, you're sending out 32 million, you're getting in 47. You need to send out some more money. And you got a guy in Donovan Mitchell that wants to be traded to New York. So Donovan Mitchell can go to New York. We already got the article right here by Stein on July 30th. LA is looking at Randall if the Knicks get Mitchell. I see a 3-team, of all of these articles is telling me a 3-team deal is coming together. And we've been talking about this for weeks. Y'all know that. A 3-team deal is coming together. Okay. Also, Berman also said, I don't know if we could believe Mark. I'm not saying he's lying, but Berman has also said the Knicks want to trade Evan Fournier. And I told you, the Knicks want Grimes at that spot. And if they can't get Grimes there, they're going to get Donovan Mitchell there, but they do not want Evan Fournier there. Too weak defensively. Berman said the same thing. Now, I also quoted in the description box, so you don't have to believe me. It's in the description box. Berman says, and let me read it. Let me read it for y'all. Let me read. Can I read that? Can I get that description box up in here? Let me see. Can I get it up in here? Let me see if I can get it up in here. The description in the description box. Oh man, it's not coming through. Here it is. Here it is. All right. In the description box. Let me see. Among the other things, let's see. This is the one from Berman. This is Berman. Okay, here's Berman. What did I put in there? Okay. In fact, Ainge doesn't have many strong preferences on players coming back, though shooting guard Quentin Grimes is high on his list. However, the mix of players doesn't seem to be the top concern for Utah or the Knicks. And there was another one too. Grimes, okay, Ainge is hot to acquire Grimes for his Jazz rebuilding plan. One individual believes Grimes would likely be amenable to joining Utah since the Brunson-Mitchell backcourt would be a roadblock to ever becoming a Knicks starter. That's in the description box. So Grimes is amenable. Amenable means he's willing to do it. Grimes is willing to go to Utah, and Ainge is hot on Grimes. Okay, so what do we got? I see Westbrook coming. Donovan Mitchell coming to New York for Evan Fournier and Quentin Grimes. I see Utah sending Bogdanovic and Pat Bev to the Lakers. I see the Knicks sending Randall to the Lakers. I see the Lakers giving Utah a first rounder and the Knicks giving Utah 3 unprotected picks and probably 2 more protected picks, a total of 5. So that Utah will end up with 6 picks, 4 unprotected. Obi Toppin will be the starting power forward for the New York Knicks. Cam Reddish stays a Knick. Evan Fournier becomes a Utah Jazz. Derrick Rose probably stays a Knick, but I don't know. But and IQ, I don't know either. I'm not sure if IQ would be included in that Utah deal or not. I'm not sure. But I think Grimes, especially since Ainge wants Grimes, and the Knicks don't seem to care who they give up as far as the Dom. I'm seeing Grimes, Fournier, maybe either Deuce or Quick, probably Deuce. If Ainge don't care, it'll probably be Deuce, and to the Utah Jazz. And I'm seeing Obi and Cam and either IQ or Deuce with D Rose coming into Mobb Deep with Obi starting. I'm seeing Randall going to LA with Bogdanovic and Pat Bev. LA giving up 1 first-round pick to Utah. The Knicks giving up 3 unprotected and 2 protected. Because you remember now, and again, here come Berman. Here come Berman. But Berman said Utah see, the Knicks have, let's go through this too. Between 2023 and 2029, the Knicks have a total of 7 unprotected first-round picks. That's 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. The Knicks have a total of 7 unprotected first-rounders. Now, they can't give away all 7 because league rules stop you from giving away consecutive. So the most they could give away is 4. Okay, that's the most they could trade as far as unprotected picks. They could trade 4. Okay, so there's 7 that they have. The most they can trade is 4. That's the most they could trade. Y'all got that so far? That's the most they could trade. So Utah was looking for all 4. And apparently the Knicks, according to Berman, was only willing to give him 2. So the Knicks say, I'll give you 2, and Utah said, I want 4. What's going to happen? Come on, baby. That's easy. They're going to go back and forth, and they're going to end up with 3. And Danny's going to be getting another one from the Lakers. Okay? So I'm seeing Westbrook going to Utah, and Utah buying him out. And that's going to be $47 million more for Utah to deal with all them picks. I'm seeing Mitchell going to New York. And Randall and Fournier and Grimes and maybe either IQ or Deuce. If they don't care, if Utah don't care, it's going to be Deuce. Otherwise, it's going to be IQ going to Utah. The Knicks ending up with Obi, RJ, Mitchell, Brunson, and Mitch Rob starting, and they'll end up with Cam and either Deuce or IQ, D Rose, that's their bench with Hartenstein and Jericho Sims. Okay. That's what we're dealing with. When you put it all together, like I said, I got all the articles are in the description box. You read them for yourself. You check them for yourself. They're all in there. I ain't make this stuff up. But we're putting it all together. Okay? And so you put it all together. This is what you come up with. I'm thinking Labor Day weekend this gets done. They're going to haggle all the way to Labor Day weekend. And I don't think it's going to go back. Let me also bring in one more caveat that I don't think anybody's mentioned. And y'all tell me if somebody else has mentioned this. Everybody is, as far as media, Las Vegas, ESPN, Sports Illustrated, is saying the Knicks are like a 10th seed. But, and this is all I'm saying is anything's possible. What if the Knicks started off strong? What if they don't do the Mitchell deal and the Knicks started off strong? What if they don't do the Mitchell deal and the first 30 games the Knicks are 20-10? What happens to the Mitchell deal? What happened? I'm saying if the first 30 games the Knicks, without doing the Mitchell deal, happen to start off 20-10, what happens to the Mitchell deal? You know what happens? It's dead. It's dead. Okay, so because anything is possible. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's one way or the other. I'm saying anything is possible. So for Ainge, his risk is, what if the Knicks with the present construction start off strong? What if they start off strong? They don't need, there's no desperation at that point. There's no urgency to do a Mitchell deal. Are you following me? If the Knicks start off strong, there's no urgency to do a Mitchell deal. Why would they? If Quentin Grimes comes out the gate banging and the Knicks and RJ takes the next step to all-star status, if they start off like that, what do they need to do a Mitchell deal for? That's one of the risks that Ainge is taking. That's one of the risks he's taking. So to me, they both have incentive to get this done Labor Day weekend. That's what I'm saying. Both the Knicks and the Jazz, all three of them, and the Lakers have incentive to get this deal done Labor Day week. And the Lakers, because I could tell you right now, I think we all agreed in the beginning of the program, the Lakers are not interested in bringing Russell Westbrook into training camp. They are not interested in doing it. The Lakers do not want to go into training camp with Russell Westbrook. They do not. So the Lakers have incentive to get this done. Utah has incentive to get it done. And the Knicks have incentive to get it done. And I think because of all three teams have an incentive to get this done, I think it gets done Labor Day weekend. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to get done Labor Day weekend. I'm thinking that that's the case, brethren. That by Labor Day weekend, this will be done. Okay? Okay? GMB, my man, GMB Jeff, Gumby Jeff, why are we going to explain it to you again? You won't receive it. Mitchell, Julius, is a head case. His career numbers are losing on every team except one. I mean, what part of that you don't understand? You keep mentioning this 2010 like it means ish when it doesn't. Dude been losing 7 out of 8 years he been on anybody's team. He makes nobody better. Did you actually see him last year? Slap the computer out of the assistant coach's hand? Did you see that? Did you actually see last year when Obi Toppin wanted to hand up and he walked past him? I mean, did you actually see him push Gobert away, cost us the game in Phoenix? I mean, were you paying attention at all? Come on, baby. What do you mean, why are we dishing Randall? Please, you need to go. Gumby, just telling you need to go. Thank you for the $2 super chat. 21 Ainge wants Grimes for cheap before his value. That's absolutely, I agree with that. I don't understand what all of this, I understand if, this is the thing. Like I said, I was Frank Ntilikina high. I was pulling for Frank. But when Dallas got him. Done. See, because it's the orange and blue, baby. It's the orange and blue. You understand? It's the orange and blue. Y'all hear me? It's the orange and blue. Randall had 1 year where he showed out. That was the year and again, it was his contract year, and nobody was in the stands. And I think, can we all agree? Wait a minute. Did Randall disappear against Atlanta in those playoffs? Did Randall disappear against Atlanta in the playoffs? Did I ask the right question? I mean, did he appear to come through for us in the playoffs? Did Randall come through for us? Did Randall do a John Morant against Atlanta in the playoffs? Did he do that? Did he do that? Or did he disappear? Come on, man. I mean, what? I don't understand what is it y'all don't get. I don't get it. Like I said, if he's your favorite player, okay, I'm sorry. If he's your favorite player, I'm sorry. Gumby, come on, baby. Wait. Do you put into account teams have a game plan to stop Julius? Do you know they got a game plan to stop Jason Tatum? You know they got a game plan to stop Luka? You know they got a game plan to stop LeBron? Do you know teams got a game plan to stop Jimmy Butler? Do you know they got a game plan to stop KD? Do you know they got a game plan to stop Giannis? Come on, stop with that BS, man. Come on. If he's supposed to be all that, come on, man. Stop it. You just proved my point. Randall's a second or third option on the championship team. He's a second or third option on the playoff team. Really, he is. He's a second or third option on the playoff team. That's all I'm saying. You know, some fans act like they the cousin of the dude, and other fans act like the dude raped their sister. Johnny Davis, thank you for the $2 super chat. But you hear what I'm saying? Some fans act like a dude raped their sister. They hate him so much. And then other fans act like the dude is their first cousin. Wait, 2189. Thanks for the super chat. 2189 said the game plan was to put fans in the seats. My brother, I can't disagree with that. So actually, and to be quite honest, and I've said this before, if you put LeBron in charge of the tantrum, the tantrum obsessed Randall, LeBron will put that brother under control. Okay? He ain't going to show out on LeBron like that. Okay? So, and he know he's the third option at least. Okay? So, that's all I'm saying. You know what, Gumby, Jeff? This is the thing, bro. And I hear you, man. You know, I hear you. I usually go against the grain myself, Gumby, so I totally understand it, And so, but we are a limited group here in Knicks Nation. We're a limited group. We're just a subset of the basketball fandom of the whole NBA. And if Knicks Nation is kind of telling you something wrong with your boy and you're the only one not getting it, it means either you are the delusional one or you're a genius. That's all it means. Either you're a genius or you're delusional. It has to be one or the other because they're extremes in this scenario. Okay. Well, we did, Keith. We did, Keith. We did. Let's go through it again. Let's go through it again. Okay. Tibbs wants Grimes from Berman. Tibbs wants Grimes before RJ. That's from Berman. Okay. Here's another one from Berman. Tibbs wants Obi for big minutes. Here's another one for Berman. Utah wants Grimes. Here's another one for Berman, but Utah doesn't care about the players. They care about the picks. Here's another one from Berman. Obi and Randall will not work according to the Knicks. That's all Berman. Here is another one from Shams. Here's one from Shams. Obi offered to Utah. And another one from Shams. LA wants Bojan, Bogdanovic, and Pat Bev for Westbrook. And here's from Stein from July 30th. LA's looking to get Randall if the Knicks acquire Donovan Mitchell. And here's a factoid. This is not speculation. I'm giving you one that's a factoid. Are you ready for the factoid? The Don picked Obi with his first pick as a Knicks president of basketball operations. That's a fact. And if you don't think that play into anything, I don't know. Okay? So the fact is, the Don picked Obi. He didn't pick Julius Randle. Oh, Keith Watkins, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Great job as usual. Question: if Obi is included in the Jazz trade, where does that leave us with JR? And if we send him to the Lakers, well, see, that's exactly my point, Keith. Somebody's full of crap. You hear what I'm saying? Somebody's full of crap. Somebody is, because you can't do both. Look, here's another question. According to my man Keith Watkins, and thank you again for the $4.99 super chat. According to Keith Watkins' question, here's a question for Knicks Nation. All right? Do you think the Knicks are going to trade both of their power forwards? Do you think they're going to trade Randall and Obi this season? Do you think that? Do you think they're going to trade both Randall and Obi? That's what I'm asking. Do you think they would trade both their power forwards? So according to the news, Randall's going to LA if the Knicks get Mitchell, and Obi's going to Utah, according to the news. But you listen, I mean, I think we've established, y'all may not believe he's the Don, but I think Leon Rose is pretty sharp. But we got two polar opposites here. We got somebody saying Obi's going to Utah and somebody saying Randall's going to LA. We got two polar opposites here. Somebody's wrong because the Knicks are not going to give up both power forwards. Let me also tell you all this. You ready? Right now, the Knicks got two young, what you can consider point guards, and Emmanuel Quickley and Deuce McBride. They got two young up-and-coming wings in Cam Reddish and Quentin Grimes. They got two power forwards in Julius Randle and Obi Toppin. Right? I mean, am I correct on all of that, what I just said? Are those factoids? Right? So they got two power forwards in Julius Randle and Obi Toppin. They got two young point guards in Emmanuel Quickley and Deuce McBride. They got two wings in Cam Reddish and Grimes. Let me tell you something. They're not going to give away two of any of them. They're not going to give away both. They're not going to trade away both their power forwards. They're going to, if they trade, it'll be one. They're not going to trade both their wings. If they trade, it'll be one. They're not going to trade both of their point guards. And if they trade, it'll be one. Y'all understand what I'm saying? They're not going to give up all of a position. That's what I'm saying to you. Okay? They're not going to get, I hear you. They're not going to give up all of those three positions. They cannot trade Hartenstein because they just signed him. They cannot trade Mitch Rock because they just signed him. They cannot trade Jericho Sims yet because they just signed him. So all of the fives are going to remain on the team. All three of the fives they have are going to remain on the team. You understand? So all three fives are going to be on the roster opening night. All three. Hartenstein, Jericho Sims, and Mitchell Robinson are going to be in the roster opening night. All three. Okay? I'm telling you, RJ Barrett's going to be on the roster. And they're not going to trade Jalen Brunson, obviously. So you got five guys that are going to be on the roster. And I'm telling you, of the two power forwards, of the two young point guards, and of the two wings, they might trade one of each, but they're not trading two of any of them. They're not trading two of any of them. Okay? They might trade one of each, but they're not going to trade two of any of them. Okay, so there you go. And Thibodeau himself said last year when they asked Thibodeau after one of the games, one of the reporters asked Thibodeau last year during the season, what about the Randall-Obi pairing? And he said it hasn't worked out too well. We have found it hasn't worked out too well. So from that quote, I am taking that Tibbs is not high on Obi and Randall playing together, whether one plays the 3 and one plays the 4 or whatever. He's not high on that. He's not like, oh, let's try that. He's not doing that. So I'm telling y'all, you can't play both of them. One of them is going to be traded. And I'm thinking it's Randall. Randall's got the bigger contract, the longer term contract. Obi's on his rookie deal. The Knicks are in year 3 of the rebuild. Now, as far as Grimes and Cam, I don't know. Cam's salary fits, but Utah wants Grimes. And I told you, look in the description box. According to Berman, Grimes is amenable to going to Utah. And Ainge wants Grimes. Okay? It's not that Grimes is saying, don't send me to Utah. I bet you Obi would be, though. Obi would be saying, don't send me to Utah. Grimes would not. Obi, y'all understand? Obi being from New York, loving the Garden, his father being a playground legend. If you asking Obi, he's going to say, I want to stay in Nick. But Grimes has already been, it's in the article, there it is in the description box, he's amenable to going to Utah. And Ainge wants Grimes. Okay? So there you go. So putting it all together, my man Keith Turner asked, let's put it all together. I see the Knicks getting Donovan Mitchell, and sending out Evan Fournier and Quentin Grimes to Utah. I see the Lakers getting Bojan Bogdanovic, Pat Beverley, and Julius Randle. I see the Lakers giving up one pick with Westbrook to Utah. I see the Knicks giving 3 unprotected picks to Danny Ainge and probably 2 protected picks to Danny Ainge. The Knicks getting Donovan Mitchell and giving up altogether Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, and Quentin Grimes. And I'm not sure about the IQ Deuce thing. I don't know. One of them probably is going to get traded. One of them is probably going to get traded. Okay. All right. So now, again, let's go over the risk involved. If the Knicks do not make this deal, okay. Oh, all right, Amana. Mama asked me to do it again. Okay, no problem. So this is when you put all of these, and the articles are in the description box. You can look, guys, can look at the description box. The article is in there. Okay, the article is in there. So when you put all these articles together, what I'm seeing is Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks, Evan Fournier and Quentin Grimes to Utah, Julius Randle to the Lakers, Bojan Bogdanovic and Pat Bev to the Lakers, Westbrook to Utah with a number 1. The Knicks giving 3 unprotected number 1s to Utah and 2 protected number 1s to Utah. And one of IQ or Deuce being traded also. I don't know which one. One of those being traded, I don't know which one. So you're gonna see an IQ or Deuce go. So you're gonna keep D Rose, unless he goes to LA. You're gonna keep D Rose. You're gonna keep one of Deuce or IQ. You're gonna keep Cam. You're gonna have Obi. September 4th, which is a Sunday. The Sunday of Labor Day weekend, Pat Beverley, as well as Beasley, as well as anybody that came from Minnesota is eligible to be traded. Okay. So, yeah. I think this happens over Labor Day weekend. Keith, I keep trying to tell you, but y'all just don't want to hear me. I keep trying to, it ain't about me being an Obi fan. The Don drafted Obi. He's got a rookie deal. He's promising. He's young. The ball moves when he's on the floor. I know y'all don't want to hear the truth, man, but I try to tell you, you just don't want to hear it. Obi, I'm a Knicks fan. What's going to help the Knicks is what I'm talking about. And what's the business? What's the business? Yeah, Keith, I think you just hard on Julius Nutsack and you just don't want to admit it. You like a piranha on them gonads and you just not letting them go. I keep telling you, it's not about my favor. I think Julius hurts the Knicks. I think Julius hurts the Knicks, and he's a third option, and he needs to be going somewhere where he can be a third option, like the Lakers. I think he will play very well with LeBron and AD in LA. I think he will. That's all I'm saying. It ain't got nothing to do with me being an Obi fan. If you were asking me about Frank Ntilikina, I would say, yes, I'm a Frank fan. But it ain't that. My 2 favorite Knicks are Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride. And I've already mentioned Deuce, and anybody can bear witness. I've been saying Deuce McBride's name since he was at West Virginia, before the Knicks even drafted him. People can bear witness to that. I've been saying Deuce McBride before the Knicks drafted him. So he's one of my favorite Knicks, period, end of story. And I've been mentioning him in Trade Talk today. What, I hate Deuce now? No, I don't hate Deuce. I'm trying to tell you what would probably happen. That's all. Okay? It's not about me loving and hating. I don't know these brothers to be loving somebody and hating somebody. You understand? It's not about that. SB Gorilla, my man, I say trade Randall, Rose, Cam, Evan for Westbrook, THT 27-29 first. Circle back to the trade deadline for Mitchell. What do you think, bro? No, that's not going to happen. They're not giving up both picks, man. They're not doing it. And they're not giving you. You cannot take Taylor Horton Tucker back. You can't do it because you don't have the money. The money doesn't work. The money got to work. The money got to work. You can't take back Russell's $47 million and Taylor Horton Tucker. You can't do it. It doesn't work. The money doesn't work. Try that in the trade machine. The money doesn't work. Okay, you need to have the money work. The money's got to work. Follow the money, y'all. And that's what we're talking about here. Follow the money. The money got to work. The money got to work. I hear you, but no, that's not going to work because the money don't work. You're not going to get, I think what's Taylor Horton Tucker making? 10? Is he making 10? What is his salary? Let me take a look at this. What is Taylor Horton Tucker making? I think he's making 10 this year. Is he making 10? Let me take a look here. Let's take a look and see what the young brother's making. How much is he making? Let's take a look. I'm going to go to the all-reliable ESPN. That's a joke. Hey, let's see. Yeah, he's making 10. Taylor Horton Tucker's making 10. So you cannot take back $57 million without giving up $50 million. You hear what I'm saying? And LA is not doing that. No, LA is not doing it. Why would they trade Taylor Horton Tucker? Not now. They might have did it last year, but no, yeah, that's not going to happen. Obi will never compare. My brother. Talk about delusional. Oh, my gosh, man. Come on, man. Stop it. Obi will never compare. You act like Randall is the second coming of Michael Jordan or something. Oh, my gosh, man. All right, I'm going to just give it to you. You King, you and Sherwin are co-sponsors of the Randall Hive. That's all. You and Sherwin are, is it you and Sherwin or you and Keith Turner? No, I think it's Sherwin. I don't think Keith is that high in the Randall High, but you guys, Sherwin and my man Gumby Jeff, man, those cats are on the upper level of the Randall Hive. You know, they 33rd degree Randall Masons, man. They're on the upper level of the Randall Hive. They get into the secret meetings with Randall. You know what I'm saying? Whew, man, back on. Shoot, right. Loosen up on them sack, man. Loosen up a little bit. Just trying to, your eyes getting crossed. You so heavy in that sack, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your eyes getting crossed. You holding on too tight, bro. Loosen up a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Loosen up a little bit. That's all I'm saying, young buck. So let's go over this. Let's put it all together. Again, all of the articles are in the description box. Okay. Gumby, please explain why can't Obi beat out? Okay. Why would I waste my time explaining to you? Because you're not going to listen anyway. Your ears are clogged, your eyes are crossed. You got Randall-itis all up in there. But okay, Cream Grit, thank you for the $2 super chat. A lot of Randall Simpson. You ain't joking. Hey, wait. Are you really his wife posing? You really his wife posing? Be honest, bro. All right, Sister Randall. I hate you. All right, Sister Randall. I ain't gonna mess with you then. I hate you. But let me explain why Obi doesn't start over Randall at this particular point. Okay? Are you ready? Here we go. So Obi came to the Knicks in the 2020 draft, right? Right. I think he came to the Knicks in the 2020 draft, drafted 8th overall. That particular year, that summer, if you look back, Ian Begley was reporting that the Knicks were looking for a stretch 4. That was the closing of Randall's first year with the Knicks. Okay. Now, that particular year, the Knicks lost a lot of basketball games in Randall's first year with the Knicks. They lost a lot of basketball games. Randall had come over from New Orleans, and the Knicks lost a lot of basketball games. And that year, the Knicks were saying after Randall's first year, he committed the usual million turnovers, and he did his 2010. He did his 20 points, 10 rebounds. And that particular year, the Knicks won. How many games did they win in the 2019-2020 season? They won 21 games that year. 21 games. Randall's first year with the Knicks, they won 21 games. Okay, So the Knicks put it out there through Ian Begley, one of the three wise men, that they were looking for a stretch four. So then they turn around, and this is now the Don's first year at the helm as president of basketball operations. What does he do with the 8th pick? Halliburton's on the board. Devin Vassell's on the board. What does he do? He picks Obi Toppin at 8. And if you seen that night, I remember, some of y'all remember, he's in the green room with his hands raised like he wanted Obi Toppin. As a matter of fact, it came out later that he would have even traded up to get Obi Toppin. He wanted Obi Toppin so bad. That year, Randall was in the second year of a 3-year, $63 million deal. Okay, he was in the second year of a 3-year, $63 million deal, and he showed out. It was his, because why? Because he was in the contract year. The third year was a team option for the Knicks. He was in the contract year. So he showed out. All NBA, All-Star. The Knicks, there was no people in the stand. The Knicks won 41 games. Okay. And they was in 4th in the East. And Obi was just finishing his rookie season under Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau doesn't give rookies a lot of minutes. Everybody knows that. Obi was learning how to play defense. Everybody knows that. But at the end of that season, he started getting more minutes than he had been. Second year for Obi then. Obi's second year was this past season. Randall went back to his normal form, 2010, and the Knicks are losing. Obi started getting more minutes at the end of the season. And the more minutes he got, the better he played. That's statistical facts. The more minutes he got, the better he played. He was playing so well that all of a sudden, Randall had a thigh contusion and had to start missing games at the end of the season. Obi just happened at the end of the season to drop 37 and 42. Or was it 35 and 42 in his second season with the Knicks? His second season. So now we're going into his third season. And your boy Berman said Obi has won Tom Thibodeau over, that Thibodeau wants Obi Toppin to play, according to Berman, I'm quoting him, big minutes this year. He said he wants Obi to play big minutes this year. And in the same sentence, if you listen to Berman, he said, I don't know what that means for Julius Randle. He said that. I don't know what that means for Julius Randle, he said. Okay? That's what he said. So you asked how the history, I just brought it to you. Here's some more history. Randle has played in the NBA for 8 seasons. 8 seasons. Under Randle's 8 seasons, his team wins 38% of the time. Under Randle's 8 seasons, these statistical facts. Randle's 8 seasons in the NBA, his team wins 38% of the time. And then somebody said, well, he didn't have a point guard. Well, I think Lonzo Ball is a point guard. He can't shoot, but he sure enough know how to pass. I think Jrue Holiday is a point guard. And as far as I remember, I think Randle played with both of those dudes. And yet, having played with Lonzo Ball, a pass first point guard, and an all-star in Jrue Holiday, his teams still only win 38% of the time. 38%. These are statistical facts. Yes, he averages 20-10, but he is the very definition of empty stats. Okay? Well, Locks, I'm saying, you want to say he was nice? Why was his teams winning 20 and 30 games? That's all I'm saying. Why was his teams winning 20 and 30 games if he was so good? What, Jrue Holiday stinks? I'm just saying. You asked, I told you. I'm just talking. Okay? You asked, I told you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He asked, I told you. That's all. So to wrap up today, I got all of these articles in the description box. So just go ahead and look at them when you get a chance. These are articles from Berman, from Stein, from Shams. These are all from these three dudes: Berman, Stein, Shams. And they're from July 30th to today. Okay? So from July 30th to today, you can look at the articles. But out of them, what I'm coming away with is Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks for Evan Fournier and Quentin Grimes. Julius Randle to the Lakers, along with Bojan Bogdanovic and Patrick Beverley. Westbrook going either to the Knicks or to the Lakers, to Utah. I think he's going to go to Utah. And then another player, either Emmanuel Quickley or Deuce McBride, getting traded in these series of trades. I don't know who. The Knicks have two power forwards right now in Randle and Obi, and I think Randle goes. They have two wings in Grimes and Cam, and it's looking like Grimes is going to go, unfortunately. They have two young point guards, and Emmanuel Quickley and Deuce, and I don't know which one of them goes. If it's true what Berman said and Ainge doesn't care, the Knicks will probably send Deuce out there and keep Quick. But we'll see. But that's what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing it happening over Labor Day weekend because on September 4th, Patrick Beverley and Malik Beasley can be traded, which is a Sunday. That's the Sunday of Labor Day weekend. Okay, so I see them working and going back and forth. And you guys all heard that Ainge wanted 4 unprotected number ones. The Knicks were willing to give him 2. LA's willing to trade at least one of theirs. So you add 3 plus from the Knicks. You add 1 from the Lakers. You get 4 going to Utah. The Knicks have 4 protected picks. So you can probably send Utah 2 of those. And so there you go. You got a total of 5 from the Knicks, 3 unprotected. You get 1 from the Lakers. Now Danny Ainge has 4 unprotected picks and 2 protected picks, total of 6. He gets an expiring deal in Westbrook. He got all kind of number 1 picks. He likes that. And he's getting rid of bigger contracts in Bogdanovic and Donovan Mitchell. Do I like it? No, I don't like it. You're asking me, if you ask me, do I want that? No, that's what I'm saying. This is not something I would want. I'm just trying to tell you what it looks like is going to happen. That's all. I'm not saying what I want, because you know what? If it was up to me, y'all know how Hebrew feel. If it was up to me, I'd walk away from the Mitchell deal today. Bye. See you. Don't want it. If it was up to me. I like my young team. I like my young Knicks. I'd trade Randle if I could. I'd trade Fournier if I could. I'd send him to LA as soon as I could. Okay? But if it was up to me, I'd walk away from the Mitchell deal. I would. Because I believe these young cats could play. You know, I believe they could play, and I believe they're going to show they could play if they give a chance to play. I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm trying to tell you what I think would happen. I think it'll be Evan Fournier with Grimes and possibly either Deuce or IQ to the Utah Jazz. It'll be Mitchell to the Knicks. It'll be Randle to LA with Bogdanovic and Pat Beverley. LA giving a number 1 to Utah. The Knicks giving Utah 3. Yep. Salutations, Mr. William 1072. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want that to happen. I'm putting you here. This is being recorded. I don't want this to happen. This is what I think will happen. Okay. I don't want this to happen, but this is what I think will happen. Okay. And I don't see the Knicks giving away both their power forwards or both their wings, their young wings, or both their point guards. They're going to keep one of each. They may trade one of each. They're going to keep one of each. They're going to keep a point guard. They're going to keep a power forward, and they're going to keep a wing. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I don't want this to happen. Yeah, I think the Knicks will probably keep D Rose. and move Fournier and Randall. I think that's what's going to happen. Okay. Yeah, I think Spider going to end up on the Knicks. Like I said, if it was up to me, I wouldn't do the deal. Not for all of them picks. I'm telling you, I tell them to take a walk. And I would say if Spider wanted to come to New York in 2 years, you could come. But right now, we can't give up all these future, man. That's all I'm saying. But I think it's going to happen. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I want it. And this is the difference. I'm not saying I want this. But I think this is going to happen. Okay? I don't want to trade Quentin Grimes. I do not want to trade Quentin Grimes. I do not. I do not want to trade him. But I think it's going to happen. Well, that's possible. Ace of Spades asked, no Cam to LA. That's possible. Cam's salary fits. But we'll have to see what happens. I don't see the Knicks sending both Grimes and Cams out. Just like I don't see them sending both Randall and Obi out. They're going to keep a wing. They got two young wings in Cam and Grimes. They got to keep one of them. They got two power forwards in Randall and Obi. They're going to keep one of them. Okay, one of them. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Let them come in 2 years, man. If it was up to me, no, not right now. Let them come in 2 years. And I'm trying to get LA's 27th pick for Westbrook. I'm sending LA Randall and Fournier. Also in the article, I also put that in there too. The Lakers are saying they don't mind taking on Randall's 4-year, $117 million deal. They have no problem taking it. That was in the article. That was in Stein's article. They have no problem taking it. Okay. So, yeah. So we're going to see. We're going to see. Like I said, I don't want that to happen. I don't, but I think this is what's going to happen. Hamish, $10. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Raw, how about a video on what this team would be next year if we stand pat and keep our picks and our young, I don't want to do it yet because I'm going to do a video on the season once we know what the roster is. I don't want to do a video and we don't even know what the roster is. Like I said, right now, we got 5 guys that we know are going to be on the roster. Okay, for sure. Like I said, all 3 centers. You're going to have Mitch Robb, Hartenstein, and Jericho Sims, all 3 newly signed. You're going to have Brunson, and you're going to have RJ. Those are your guys that are going to be on opening night, guaranteed. All 5 of those guys are going to be on the roster opening night. After that, we don't know what. We don't know what. Okay? We don't know what after that. So I want to wait until training camp when we know at least have a good idea what the roster is going to look like. Then we could talk about, what they could do. Like I said, if it was up to me, I would walk away from the Mitchell deal. I wouldn't do it. I would say, look, we're going to have to stand pat. We're going to stand pat. I would trade Randall, though. I would trade him and Fournier. I would trade him. But they're not going to do that. I believe this deal gets done Labor Day weekend. I think it gets done Labor Day weekend. So we're going to see what happens. Yeah, we're going to see what happens. Anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming out. This was a quick one. I just wanted to get this out there because I just thought it was ironic and amazing to see all of these different articles, mostly from Berman, but they all contradicting each other from the same dude. All of the articles contradicting each other from the same dude, man. And so look at the description box and you'll see for yourself all of these articles that contradict each other. I'm seeing one last time I'm seeing Mitchell to New York, Grimes with Fournier to Utah, and maybe Deuce or IQ added to that. Bogdanovic and Beverley to the Lakers, Randall to the Lakers. The Lakers send Westbrook and one of those 2 number 1 picks to Utah. The Knicks send Utah 3 unprotected picks and 2 protected picks for a total of 5 from the Knicks. They get the 1 from the Lakers. That's a total of 6 with 4 unprotected that Ainge was looking for. And the Knicks end up with Mitchell. The Knicks got Obi as they starting power forward. They will have Derrick Rose, either Quickly or Deuce. They will have Cam Reddish coming off their bench. Yeah, you're going to lose a point guard, a wing, and a power forward. Okay, you're going to lose probably 1 of each. Not 2 of any of them, but you're going to lose 1 of each. Okay, but the Knicks want to keep enough picks to be able to get another trade done in 2 seasons. And they will. They'll have enough. In 2 seasons, they could go out to 2031. And so they will still have, if they give up 3 unprotected, they will still have 4 unprotected. Plus, if they give them 2 protected, they'll still have 2 protected. So they still have 6. And in 2 seasons, they have 8. So they could do another deal in 2 seasons when a superstar becomes available. So that's what I'm saying. The Knicks will have enough in their treasure trove to go get more later on, right now. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. I don't like it. Again, I'm not telling you something I'm rooting for. I am not. But that's what I think is going to happen. Okay. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. So we'll see. Anyway, I know for all you in Randall Hive, I'm sorry. But we'll move forward. We'll move forward. Ace of Spade, that's some crap. The league ain't taking no first rounder from the Knicks. It's not. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's not. It's not gonna happen. That's another crap. That's another pile of doo-doo. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But anyway, yeah, my lovely bride over my shoulder here is ready for us to go. So we get ready to leave. Y'all, please, thank you again for all of your support. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you all for being involved. I want to give the shout out, especially to Gumby Jeff. Thank you for your participation. You help again make the show today. I thank you for that. And for everyone else that was here, all my usual brothers that come together like this, thank you all. Greatly appreciate y'all in the Randall Hive. Peace out to y'all too. Shalom to all of y'all.